I'm watching a video about Sonic. Sonic before the sequel is kinda bad. It's from Sendo DX, or is it just an emoji? I don't know. Well, anyways, let's watch the video. If I like, then I will link the video in the description.
How'd you get here?
I wanted to play Sonic before the sequel, and I really tried to get the original working. I really did, and it was just not functioning on any PC ever. Like, it's broken, bro. It's broken. If you have a PC that was created before the year 1930 whatever, you're not gonna be able to run that shit on your PC. It does not matter. It does not matter. Doesn't matter what PC you have. So I had to go out of my way to find a fan game about a fan game called Sonic Before the Sequel Plus. And I believe this is the full game. I think it's not just a demo. They got the whole goddamn thing, the whole kit and caboodle, and that's awesome. I'm really excited about it. I have not fully played through this game at any point in my life. I started playing it a long time ago, and then I put it down for a few various reasons. So I just want to say, right now, frame one, all of my opinions about this game and, you know, the game it's based off of, a lot of that is based on prior knowledge from years ago, and, you know, as I experience this version of the game, if things feel like they felt in the original, I'll talk about them, but I mean, at the end of the day, everything I say about this is going to be based on what this game is, and everything that I say is not necessarily transferable to the original. I will say, the only thing I saw people complaining about when it came to this was they had to remake the cutscenes for widescreen, and I think that was apparently a bit of a messy.
It looks great as a fan game. I didn't know it was a fan game. Just wow. Oh, this is a fan game?
Like, combination, people were not loving.
Say hi to these people. What the fuck?
It, or I don't know. People bitch about everything. It's the TLDR of that. I don't think I've seen a single fucking thing that people have not found some way to complain about. Some goddamn way. They'll sit there and they'll be like, wow, this is one of the best meals I've ever had. But you know what? It could have been fucking better, though. It could have been better. Why didn't you guys actually add this extra thing that, you know, would have made it just slightly better, even though it's the best fucking meal I've ever had? Whatever. Okay, frame one. I want to talk about something that I think is not a particularly unpopular opinion about this game, right? It is aged like ass. Beyond the fact that you can no longer play it on pretty much fucking anything, when you actually do get it working, it feels fucking terrible. It feels awful to control. Sonic World, or whatever the basis of this was, does not feel good to play. And it's very, very, very noticeable that this does not feel even remotely close to any form of classic Sonic physics we have ever gotten in an official game at any point. And it's not good. It's not good at all. It feels like Sonic is a tank in the air. He has literally zero air mobility. You can't really correct for anything, no matter. And he feels slippery on the ground. Oh. Imagine taking SRB2. This is gonna be a hot take. Imagine taking SRB2, right? A game that is notoriously slippery on the ground, a game that is notoriously...
Your financial
shit in the air, right? Or at least from the people that bitch about it, aka me. Take that, translate it into a 2D environment. It feels not good to control. It is...
I have to say, a lot of Sonic games are really ass. Like, I think Sega knows that, and yeah, that's why we've been trying to do different things with the Hedgehog over the time, because the gameplay in the 3D sense is like really ass. In a 2D space, it's like okay, but it doesn't evolve like Mario did. Mario evolved a lot, and I think it's partly the reason why Sonic isn't as popular as Mario in the gaming sense. Just cause Mario is the better platformer. But I don't miss those days where Sonic was just a platformer and was just about having an adventure and nothing like no big story. Do miss those days. Yeah.
Is not very good, and you know, I'm just not. I'm not. Sorry, I'm playing this live. I don't know if you can tell.
And then I mean, like, it doesn't have to be that. I mean, like, there can be a story, but it's always really serious when it's when there's like a story, which I don't always like about games these days. Well, all these days try to paint like some moral message and moral values, but at the end of the day, you're playing a game to escape reality. So, I mean, there should be games that paint a moral picture and such. There should be games for that. But not all game genres are created equally. That's why it's like, does Sonic need always a big grand story? I don't know.
I was trying to play it not live, and then I was getting too fucking anal about like my run, and I was like, I'm never gonna get this shit done if I don't just fucking play the game. But yeah, like it just feels bad to control. It feels terrible. I think a lot of the level design is just so far kind of meh, and especially when we get into the later stages, it can be just flat out bad. I put down the game for a reason. I quit the game for a reason. I didn't just fucking like, I didn't say, I'm bored of this one now. No. I was trying to get through it, and it was pissing me the fuck off. Love you, Lake Feppard. You've done some really cool stuff recently. It very much shows that this is one of your first you know, forays into the Sonic-like formula, and I think a lot of the level design is not necessarily A1. And before I get any of the skill issue comments, man, you know, that's always something that kind of appears in some way, shape, or form. You know, I want you to play this game again. If you haven't touched it in a long time, please, bro, please, before you fucking say anything, play the game again. Alright, there are so many games that are just carried by their initial perception of the experience, and that's fine. Like, for the time, don't let anybody tell you this game isn't fucking just amazing for the time, right? This was one of the few, if the only Sonic fan game that really recaptured a lot of that classic Sonic glory that was missing at this point, and that's a magical thing, and that's something that should not be understated. There's a reason that this game had the perception it did, and has the community perception it still has. But I will say, when talking about fan games, when talking about, you know, level design and game feel and everything, it's not helpful to other creators to kind of sit here and glaze something like flat out and be like, no, this is the best fucking classic Sonic fan game ever.
Glazing. Can you glaze something? As a creator, I mean, you can. I'm not against that. There are some games that are really good, they deserve that, but you have to be mindful of your opinion, how that affects people. Like, if you like someone bigger, a big personality on the internet with a lot of subscribers, or a celebrity or something, people tend to look at it and want to play this or consume this media.
Created, whatever. It's not helpful to glaze that shit. Because if it has these glaring flaws, like, you know, it feels like dog shit. The level design is kind of fucking weird. Like, that end of the level right there, I couldn't even tell the end of the level was coming up. I really couldn't. And like, I feel like good classic Sonic fan games, a lot of the time they'll have some form of like spectacle type thing, or it'll flatten out. It'll give you like the idea that you are coming to a close. And okay, small apples on that. When you get to actual bad level design.
But for a fan game, this looks pretty good. Like, wow.
But I'm just saying, you can see like fucking small snippets of weird shit here and there. What fucking happened? Like that weird ass fucking glitch. You can see small snippets here and there, and it is very unfortunate, you know, that the game has aged as poorly as it has. But it has, man. Shit happens. Shit happens, and we gotta make it very clear to people. Right? That, yeah, we like this game for what it did, not for what it currently does. You know? Does that make sense? I feel like that's something we kind of forget about. You know, we remember what this game was, we have those rose-tinted glasses, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's going to happen for every single person that has X, Y, and Z feeling about X, Y, and Z game. It's just something that comes with the territory. But when you're talking about, like, whether or not the game is the best X, Y, and Z thing ever made, if it's predominantly based on, like, this is my perspective as someone who played the game eons ago and as someone who got to experience, I don't know, like, this as a fucking wee little wee little child, you know, then fucking say that! Say that! You can't just sit here and pretend like this is fucking peak now, dude. I'm gonna say something. It's not even about this fan game, it's about another fan game, but I think it's important, right? Sonic Utopia gets the same fucking schmeat glazing. The same schmeat glazing. It's not even a fucking game, man. It's the most okayest wienering of an experience I've ever had, man. Fucking, like, 3-inch wienering. Most okayest wienering ever. Like, yeah, I guess it can get the job done, but fuck if I wouldn't want more. You know, like, it's the most okayest shit ever. And I cannot believe that people glaze that shit as much as they do. Because, like, yeah, there are some cool ideas, but, like, people compare that shit to a AAA Sonic game.
You cannot compare that to that. First, you don't have the experience to do that, and you don't have the requirements. Like, you're building on, when you're doing a mod, you're building on something that already exists. I mean, you have limitations. You cannot do everything. When you're modding, if you're building like a fan game itself, like with its own engine, and it's your own thing, which is, you can do more, and you can sometimes do better than what it was. Yeah, but AAA, you want to achieve AAA with fan games, it's kinda...
I've seen people compare it to fucking Frontiers and say they are similar levels of cooked. Like, they're both tech demos. That's not fucking true. There's just no fucking... Look, in Utopia, you run around, and that's it. That is it. The only value you get from that experience is the intrinsic value of running around and looking at cool shit. And that's great and all. I can play it for maybe 10 minutes before I get fucking bored. At least Sonic Frontiers, whoopsies. Don't kill me! Wrong one. At least Sonic Frontiers has a fucking gameplay loop.
Oh, wait.
Something that incentivizes you to play.
How is it possible that you have 2 ads in a 10-minute video?
I think a lot of people... I'm dead. Nope, I'm not. Fuck yeah. A lot of people forget I'm dead. No, I'm not. Fuck it. Ooh, I might be soon, though. Can I roll and hit you? Where the fuck do I... Okay. That hitbox is fucking strange. I don't know if it's like that just on the plus version or what. I don't... Oh, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. I'm gonna lose my mind. Am I hitting him? What's happening? Alright.
What the fuck?
There we go. What I'm saying, though, like, it's fine to admit that, like, look, Sonic Utopia was fucking crazy for the time, but now, right, we have a million other Sonic fan games that do the exact same thing, but, I don't know, make it an actual fucking game, right? And I feel like Sonic Utopia gets a lot of glazing for what its initial perception was at launch, but, like, guys, we have more now. We have better now by people that aren't fucking weird. Like, wasn't that guy a freak? Dude, the guy who made that game is a freak, and we have games that do the exact same thing, but better. Why do we still meat ride this? Why is this somehow like the pinnacle of momentum-based Sonic platforming? We have better. We have way better. Sonic Horizons just came out, and that plays like a fucking game, you know? And I'm not saying you should fucking pit fan games up against each other, and you should fucking make them go head-to-head, and if X, Y, and Z fan game does this better, suddenly fucking throw out the other thing. I'm not saying...
Maybe how did I... How's it on my For You page? Maybe you don't notice that I like Sonic.
I'm just saying, as the Sonic fan game scene develops, we, as a Sonic
I did see the movies. It was a good movie. Sonic 3.
Society should also develop our perspectives on fan games and kind of like go from there. You know, we should be as dynamic as this community is. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm fucking saying. But I'm gonna leave it there. Until next time.
Yeah, support him. Subscribe to him. Yeah. I liked the video. Anyways, thank you for watching.